jubilating. And I saw you moving around happily after the 2 goals. But now the expression on your face is otherwise.
Well, me, I'm not really surprised with the results, with the outcome. No, I'm not.
Why?
See, I enjoy football. I don't only watch football. Do you get it? So, if you have a coach who is indecisive with his substitution, that's what happens on a field of play. Yes. I'm saying this because you had your wings from the flanks. You had Joseph Pinto coming from the flanks to come and cut in to get you a penalty. You saw Kudus giving the ball to Gideon Mensah, to Jordan. Jordan cut in from the flanks and then to Kudus, and then it became a penalty. That should tell you your flanks are working more than your midfield. Do you get it? But what can he do? He can just bring on a flopped Baba Idrisu from our first match with Cape Verde and our second match with Egypt. He can just bring him on, because why do you take Richard Lamptey, the local player, to an AFCON and even take him out from a lineup? What did you see before you called him up? Do you get it? What did you see?
So you think the Baba Idrisu substitution was the deal breaker?
See, every coach will defend his win. And Chris Hughton brought Amate and then Ali Duseidu to defend your win. Do you get it? But what happened to the Dayu? The Dayu was not supposed to. You could have just read. Sometimes I say that Chris makes these players look useless, and somebody will tell you that it's not the coach's fault because the coach is not on the page. But trust me, tactical error counts in the field of play. Do you get it? You could have just played Jordan 10 because you had the win. Bench the Dayu. Bring on Nuama to come and take Jordan's position. Help Kudus to be cutting in and then soaking match was pressure after Ashmiro got out. Do you get it? So me, I feel tactically, Chris Hughton is always getting things wrong.
So that's the problem.
We have a flop coach. We have a flop technical team. Even the AFCON itself that we had the chance to go to was a flop. Because looking at these matches that we've played, it shows clearly how we performed at the World Cup. Do you get it? It shows clearly how we perform at the World Cup. So I think for now, we have a flop Black Star. Yeah.
According to you.
And those are the words of Doris Salasi Bogbochi. I fell in love with her after a video I saw, not even this one. This was the second video of hers that I saw. I fell in love with her, and we thought it wise as a 3 spots to bring her on TV3 New Day for a conversation. So Doris Salasi Bogbochi, tactically, what did you say? It's a flop national team. She's here this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you very much.
And of course, Kelvin Owusu-Ansah is also here with us this morning. But tell me, when I saw you this morning, do you remember the first thing I told you? Do you remember the first thing I said when I saw you?
Yeah.
I said, I wish, or what did I say?
You said you wish like you can explain
and analyze football
like
the way you do it,
yeah.
you know, from the wings and the flanks and the... Good to have you. How are you doing, by the way?
I'm fine.
When did you start following football?
2006.
And we're in 2023.
2024.
So you started from 2006 World Cup.
Yeah.
Please don't take us back. We are in
so then your heart must be broken in 2010. Did your heart break in 2010?
Exactly.
And you haven't stopped following these people. No. And you follow them till 2024. Wow. Congratulations. I should take a chill pill then because she's been doing it for a very long time. But where did you find your love for football? Daddy played, your brothers played. How did it happen?
No, actually, I got my love for football 2026, the Germany World Cup.
No, not 2026.
2006. Sorry. I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I know, right?
So 2006, the final match with Italy and then France, when Marco and then Zidane had the field
the bust up.
You remember, right?
Yeah, and then Zidane had to use his
headbutt. Yes, I remember that headbutting moment.
Yeah, that was when I started playing football.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what are you saying? Because you look so small, and if you've been following football from that time, it means that we are grandma. I see. Good to have you. Good to have you. Kevin, you must have
Yeah.
loads of questions for her.
Well, I'm not sure. I just love the passion for it, and to get to know, even in the midst of the pain,
Right.
she managed to analyze the game much more better.
How did she do, though, for you as a sportsman? How
I think
did
it was
she do?
it was great, and she was on point.
Over
you know.
10? You give her...
For her, if I am an examiner and I'm
Right.
supposed to pass her for an exam
Right.
together with some male students, I'll fail the male students.
And you choose her.
Yeah, I choose her. on this particular subject,
Right.
yes, I think she did great. You
I
know,
see.
many would toe the same line. She may not have maybe the terminologies or,
Right.
but it was just enough to explain whatever she wanted to get across, and she was right.
Yeah.
Because Chris Hughton got these, decisions wrong, and it was the same things being trumpeted by all the major sports analysts across the country and even the world on how the team performed. So she was just
Have you
It's
recovered?
awesome.
Have you recovered?
Well, my explanation with their performance, I wasn't really expecting much from them before the tournament.
Okay.
So I was rather bold enough to like pinpoint them when I had the chance.
Exactly. I see. Anyway, so let's head straight to Inaki Williams,
Yeah.
who's back at his club. What's the name of the club again?
Athletic Bilbao.
Yeah, Bilbao. And just after a few hours of disappointing us here, he was flown back to his club,
Yeah.
and he scored already.
Yeah, he inspired his club to defeat Barcelona yesterday in the Copa del Rey.
How is that possible? Doris, tactically, what was wrong here? What was wrong here in Ghana? And technically, what works over there at Bilbao for Inaki Williams?
Okay, so from what I saw yesterday, when Inaki came in, I think he even gave assist to his brother.
Yeah.
So one, there's commitment, and then the zeal to like impress the fans like of Bilbao. That's one thing. And then secondly, on the field of play too, he plays his role perfectly. The role that he's been asked to play by the coach, he's perfectly on point. He did those same things when he came to Ghana, but it's unfortunate the wingers who were supposed to feed him with the ball, and then the number 10 role of the Dayu who came in later, like he wasn't just getting that feed. He wasn't getting that.
Oh, so it's true what they say on ground. That
Yeah.
I mean, fanatics say on ground that he doesn't get the passes that he needs to be able to score the goals.
You know, forwards thrive on service that is delivered to them, and you need players with that intelligence. Kylian Mbappe doesn't pick the ball from France's half to go and score.
So it was a double celebration for the two brothers
Yeah.
in the team. Doris, you wanted to say something?
So what I wanted to say was, this is what brothers do in a team. But it was unfortunate Ghana, we have two brothers.
What are you trying to say?
A brother
No, let her
scoring a
continue,
penalty and a brother causing a penalty.
Okay.
So like it's quite unfortunate.
So the two brothers here should learn from these
Exactly.
other brothers because you know Ghana for. Doris, you won't put us in trouble this morning. You won't
this
put
one
us
is
in
no
trouble.
They are facts.
Eh.
It happened.
Really?
Yes.
But I mean, the situations are different. This one is Africa. Okay, the one that happened here was here in Ivory Coast. Which country is this one? Which club is this one?
This
We're
one is
talking
in
about
Spain.
two different places.
It's
you
the same
understand?
football.
The heat that was in Ivory Coast, did you experience it?
It's the
Like
same-
10 minutes into the game and they are drenched in sweat. Their jerseys are dripping with sweat. Charlie, the temperatures are not the same. Into
But they are acclimatized over 3 weeks. You should be okay.
So we shouldn't make an excuse.
They are not
for
different
them.
from the Americans who are playing.
So we shouldn't make an excuse at all.
No, not at all.
for
Not at
them.
all. No, come on. No, not at all.
Wow, I see. Anyway, so that was Inaki Williams in action yesterday together with his brother Inaki Williams. It's a double win for them. We are happy for them, and we hope that he stays in this type of form up until the end of the season.
You know, the prayer is that when we have a new coach, a new technical handler, they would understand Iñaki better and set up the team to suit, you know, the most dangerous players we have in the team. And we also had Mauritania yesterday, 2 days ago, they've also qualified. And Cote d'Ivoire, by virtue of Morocco's win, have also booked the
They are
ticket.
back
So
in.
these are the 16 countries: Equatorial Guinea, Cape Verde, Senegal, Angola, Mali, Morocco, Nigeria, Egypt, Cameroon, Burkina Faso, South Africa, DR Congo, Cote d'Ivoire, Guinea, Mauritania, and then Namibia. They've qualified for the round of 16. So you look at the parent and There are some crunch games coming
Yeah.
up. Yes, from Saturday, that's where the round of 16 will be happening. So
I know there's one between Nigeria
and
Cameroon
at
on
8
Saturday.
p.m. on Saturday.
That's
yes.
a cracker.
Yes, that's a cracker. There is also going to be Senegal against Cote d'Ivoire.
Okay.
That is also another big game that will be coming up. Morocco also have another big date. Yes, Morocco would also be looking forward to having a good one from this campaign, but they face South Africa. South Africa thought they could have swerved any of the big sides, but they are facing a big one. There is going to be Cape Verde against Mauritania, and then also there is Angola against Namibia, and then we have Mali against Burkina Faso. That is also another big West African fight in there, and then we have Egypt playing against DR Congo. That is also another big game, and then the two Guineans, Equatorial Guinea, and then Guinea would also face off in the other game. So that is the roadmap. That is how things are going to be going forward. So yesterday, you know, Cote d'Ivoire were waiting for Morocco to win, and everyone at the stadium was, you know, supporting Morocco because a win for Morocco meant that the Ivorians were going to qualify. And let's just take a look at, you know, the scenes from Abidjan and the rest of Cote d'Ivoire after Morocco's win last night.
So this was what Ghana was waiting to do after some people draw and some people...
I'm not sure we would have celebrated like this. The Ivorians are celebrating because they've spent $1 million on this. You get it?
But they still will not get anywhere.
You know, that is the magic or the wonder of football. Teams play, you know, their worst in the group stages.
Right.
They get to the knockout stages and you see them in all the flamboyance you can ever think of. So Senegal may be doing that. For me, I've watched Senegal. I'm not sure they've been tested enough. You know, and I think Cote d'Ivoire could probably give them a test. Cote d'Ivoire have sacked their coach. It means a new coach is going to take over. Not even the assistant. The assistant has also been showed the exit. So I'm sure a local.
So where are they fetching a new coach from?
No, they can just get a local coach or the technical director. Just
that quick.
It happens. It happens in tournament.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for it, and it's going to be a big game. Senegal won't have it easy. Trust me.
Which day is that game?
I think that game is on Sunday. Yeah, either on Sunday or Monday.
Okay. Salasi, so tell me. I mean, in your own words, you just don't watch football. You enjoy football. So this is not the end of the road for you, even though Ghana is out, right? You're still going to be watching all the matches?
Exactly.
Okay. Which teams are you predicting for semi-finals and the finals?
Okay, so I'm looking up Cape Verde.
Oh, wow.
To be in the semis.
You think so?
Yeah. And then Equatorial Guinea.
Okay.
To be in this.
How about Senegal?
Oh, Senegal and Morocco, like, we already know they are already there.
Okay.
But looking at the underdogs, that, like, how the zeal at which they play and then the formation at which they play, like, it's so interesting. So me saying I enjoy football should definitely tell you the kind of things I saw in their way of play. So yeah, definitely I'm expecting them in the semis, and I'm expecting another underdog. Okay, Mali is not really an underdog. Mali can punish you at any given time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're looking out for Mali as well.
Yeah.
How about Nigeria though?
Nigeria, I think Ghana is better than Nigeria, but the only thing that played Ghana down was our role, the role like the coach took, and then some of the reluctant behavior of our players. But looking at the Nigeria squad and then Ghana squad, Ghana had a potential to do better.
Wow. Yeah. I see. Anyway, so we are looking forward to seeing those teams that you've mentioned. I'm not too happy about the Cape Verde because they scored us. But anyway, let's see. But they looked hungrier. They looked hungrier than us. They looked like they wanted it and we were just playing around with whatever. But
they topped our group, a group of Ghana and Egypt.
Yeah, they topped with 7 points, I remember. Anyway. So there's an interesting story about a 13-year-old in Ivory Coast.
Yes.
And I didn't know there was a town in Ivory Coast called Kumasi. Yeah. But the spelling is different.
Yes,
it sounds the same.
It's different, just like the Aquaba.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 2 A's. They have just 1 A.
Wow.
You know,
we are really one people.
Yeah, a lot of similar settings because of the Akan people who migrated and all that. So there's this 13-year-old boy in Abidjan who's been breaking barriers. He wants to become the next, you know, Didier Drogba or Yaya Toure or Kolo Toure in Cote d'Ivoire's colors. So he's been doing this for quite a number of years now, and currently he's one of the mascots at the African Nations Cup. Emmanuel Owusu, my colleague from Akoma, who is with Oreku Ampofu in Abidjan, tells his story.
At 3, Mohamed Drabo suffered a setback that would shape the rest of his life. He was involved in an accident, losing his left leg in the process. It was devastating for the young boy from Abidjan who had hopes of donning the national team colours, just like stars like Didier Drogba and Yaya Toure did in years past. But Drabo has not given up yet. He walks to the Baraji Park in Kumasi, a suburb of Abidjan, to pursue his passion for football. The forward has a great support system, including his mother, Drabo Kutumu, who has always maintained the faith for her son.
I was saddened to see my son in that state, but I'm grateful to the coach for stepping in and rescuing my son by training him after school every day. Since then, I've always enjoyed seeing my son play with other people. I was overjoyed when I watched it on the TV during the AFCON. And it is my prayer that my son will become a football superstar, and I wish him the best in life.
10 years on, Drabo's fortunes has changed for the better. He is now one of the mascots at the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in Ivory Coast. It is an achievement he would remember for years to come.
When I entered the pitch, I was overjoyed, delighted, and extremely excited. I dreamed to become a superstar and to be on the big screens, just like my favorite players, Cristiano Ronaldo and Didier Drogba.
Head coach of Baraji Junior, Umar Koulibaly, has been training the physically challenged footballer for some time. He detailed how he manages the young footballer.
Effectivement, généralement, c'est les gens qui regardent qui sont choqués. Sinon, même vous l'avez vu en situation de jeu tout à l'heure, il n'a pas de problème.
Sometimes, others will come and watch him play and be shocked. He trains in the same way that other players do. The only difference is that when he gets tired, I play him in the middle and occasionally rest him.
Mais légèrement. Mais je le ménage en fonction de sa condition.
My goal is to locate a pleasant environment that would enable him pursue his football passion. Thus, I welcome anyone who is willing to help him.
Et il est exceptionnel.
Mohamed's journey has been tough. He has not had the childhood many of his friends have had. But as the Africa Cup of Nations roll on, he will keep a smile on his face and enjoy the moment.
This is an inspiring story.
Yeah,
the rest of us don't have an excuse at all.
No,
if you have your legs,
yeah, you
intact,
have your two hand limbs, and you should make use of it. And I love the boy's passion for it, and hopefully, you know, he gets something greater doing. If not playing football, probably in football administration, because there's someone who has the love and passion for it, and he could just make something better out of football.
I see.
So
It's a beautiful story.
Yeah, and
this took me to some time back when what I normally do is after school, instead of me to wait for extra classes, I will be the first lady or the first girl in school uniform, and I'll leave school premises and I won't get home, but I'll go to Domi. I grew up at Domi. And I'll go and sit at Domi Park and I'll be waiting for the guys to come and play ball.
Wow.
I'll be leaning on the pole. The next time I got to know, I was in the pole catch, like keeping the poles for them.
Why didn't you play national football? What happened? Yeah, I think I listened to you. You said there was a story. Your family said no, they will not let you play. So that's why you're ensuring that your son plays football. I pray that dream comes to pass for you. But if you were to choose a coach for Ghana quickly, in the next 3 weeks, who would you choose?
Javier Renard.
Okay, so I'm thinking Renard should also come. But as to whether you guys can pay him is another thing.
It's not that we can pay him.
He's coaching the female team of France right now.
If you want to pay him, you will pay him.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just give the stars.
Let's find the money.
Give the stars $2,000 as winning bonus, and then take the rest as money for the coach.
Doris, thank you so much for coming. We'll be having you a lot more here on our sports segment on TV3 New Day, and of course with 3 Sports as well. Calvin Oswansa, Medasi, thank you for coming this morning. We have a conversation coming up with some national service personnel. The scheme has been plagued with too many challenges. We're here to talk about all of it this morning. Please stay with us. Don't go anywhere.